are you doing in our realm?
Mila's vanished.
Wait, what?
Something was amiss with the soul purification process. Or so she said, but I lost contact with her after she used my power to exit the spirit realm.
So she's here in the human realm?
Indeed, she should be, but I guess you haven't seen her.
Come on, you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. It's win-win. I don't see why you even need to bother Dr. Mathis with this.
Look, for the last time, our answer is no.
You sure about that? I've heard a few things about this lab, you know. Your research is dead in the water without this, am I wrong?
Dr. Mathis!
I'm Jude Mathis. Sorry to keep you waiting. How might I help you today?
Ah, Dr. Mathis. Just the man I wanted to see. I've got an offer you can't refuse. It's about that device of yours.
I already told you, it's still undergoing clinical trials. We're not ready to accept any offers.
But I hear you've achieved a success rate close to 80% with lesser spirit class spyrites. That's good enough for practical use. Sign an exclusive distribution deal with us and you'll find yourselves on Easy Street.
We'll decide when the device is good enough. A 20% failure rate just doesn't cut it.
Is that so? You're certainly cavalier about your lack of progress. I know how much money has been sunk into this project. Investors aren't exactly the patient type. Of course, I didn't come to a contract negotiation empty-handed. That's a great spirit fossil. Something like that might come in handy for your research.
A great spirit. Celsius, perhaps?
Yep, the genuine article. Wielded by the leader of Exodus himself.
Celsius's fossil sank to the bottom of the sea a year ago, in the ruins of the ESS Zenithra. The Riza Maxian government conducted the salvage operation of the Zenithra. I believe that makes this fossil the property of Riza Maxia. How'd you end up with it?
You certainly know your stuff, Dr. Mathis.
Perhaps it's time for you to leave.
I know when I've worn out my welcome. I'll bid farewell for today. But I hope you'll give my proposal some thought, for the sake of your research.
Don't forget that.
Consider it a gift. Although you didn't get it from me, of course. Catch my drift?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm sorry you had to deal with that guy.
Oh no, I'm totally okay. Thank you so much for coming, Dr. Mathis. Thanks to all of you.
Mary, would you put this in safekeeping for me? I don't know if it really is what he claims, but why take any chances?
Of course. I'll inform Dr. Balin as well.
Thanks, Mary. Let's go. Sorry for getting you mixed up in this. I get that a lot. I get where they're coming from, but we just need more data before we can begin full-scale implementation. If we could begin testing it with great spirits. No, forget I said that. We can't rush into things unprepared. Yeah, you're right. We're too close to our goal to risk going off the rails now. It's just that sometimes I lose sight of my convictions. Then I don't know what to do.
Jude.
Thanks. I'll keep looking for an answer. It's out there somewhere. Thanks for coming along, Luger. It felt good to have some backup. Marksburg seems like a pretty nice city.
Yeah, it's like a bridge between Olympias and Riza Maxia. Not just literally, but metaphorically, you know? A year ago, I'd never have believed this could exist at all.
Isn't it amazing how much our actions can change the future?
Speaking of which, it's amazing how much Jude's changed.
Huh? Me?
Look at your hair! Suddenly you're all trendy.
Exploring your sexy side, are you, Jude?
Sexy? Rowan, come on. It doesn't have anything to do with that.
So, what prompted it?
I just like to try something different now and then.
In other words...
Exploring your sexy side?
I guess.
Hey, you're all okay.
It's the informant lady!
I'm Jolene, remember? I just feel horrible about what happened. I don't suppose I could bribe my way back into your good graces.
What are these?
Winged boots. Just a little something-something to lighten your load and make you love me again.
What are you talking about?
A star reporter like you ought to be able to figure it out. By the way, an agent from Spurious is staying at the inn here. Toodles!
Maybe she should be a reporter.
What do you want?
Where does it hurt? I'm a doctor.
We've confirmed your arrival at Aladi Sea Haven. Recover the data from the pursuit agent and return to Company HQ.
Sorry about that. Here's the data.
But these poor people...
Recovering the data is your top priority. Bring it to HQ immediately.
What's so special about it?
It's a copy of all the fractured dimension data that the former Director Kreznick had collected and analyzed.
Huh? Fractured dimension?
So you had a run-in with Julius?
Yes. We had him outnumbered 10 to 1, and yet he still decimated us.
But at least we got the data off him. Get it back to HQ. It'll really help us improve our ability to detect waymarkers.
You all go on ahead. I'll take care of these people.
Need a hand, Princess?
I prefer the company of Rowan, thank you.
This old geezer would be honored to help, young mistress.
Good thing I have thick skin.
We've been expecting you, Mr. Kreznick. Please deliver the item in question directly to the CEO himself.
Look at this place! It's so big and pretty!
Indoor voice, Leia.
Who are these people? I believe only Mr. Kreznick was invited.
We're a package deal.
I'm Luger's friend and advisor.
And I'm the acting guardian of these miners.
I'm acting guardian number 2. And I'm acting guardian of this kitty.
One moment, please.
Acting guardian number 2, huh?
Look who's talking!
All of you may enter. Mr. Bakor is most impressed by the loyalty you engender in others, Mr. Kreznick.
Luger, I've been waiting for you. Thanks. Any leads on your brother's whereabouts? Well, as it turns out, I have news for you of both varieties. Good and bad. Which one first?
Mr. Kreznick's going on the police's most wanted list.
Your life's about to get a lot tougher.
So they're gonna throw Luger in jail? Wasn't there good news?
Indeed, I would like to recruit you as an agent in our company. Don't act so surprised. It makes perfect sense. I've been keeping my eye on you this whole time. You never back down from difficult situations. More importantly, you have the strength to face them.
I'd wager you've been doing more than just keeping an eye on him.
You've been testing Luger.
You can't get the true measure of a man by observing from a distance. What do you say? Become one of my agents and I'll keep the police off your back, even if I have to get pushy.
He doesn't even have a choice. This is blackmail.
I failed to mention that an agent's salary is considerable. You'll be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You can avoid arrest and pay off that massive loan almost overnight, provided you show me results, of course.
What kind of results?
No fractured dimensions.
Fractured dimensions?
Surely you've noticed them.
Worlds like ours, but not?
Think of this flower as our prime dimension, a world where history flows in a way that's familiar to us. But it's not the only blossom. There are offshoots.
When one of these appears, it disperses soul energy from the prime dimension. Our dimension, in other words.
Wait, it disperses? That can't be good.
And what happens if we don't do anything about it?
Ultimately, souls will vanish from the prime dimension. Of course, this means humans will die out as well.
Whoa, time out.
This all sounds pretty far-fetched.
Olympius going dry, the failure of Spyrite technology. What if I were to tell you those effects were caused by the loss of soul energy from the prime dimension?
It can't be true.
Oh, but it is. Spirius has been working to save our world by eliminating its counterparts in the fractured dimensions.
How could you possibly eliminate an entire world?
That is a question for our friend Luger here. His chromatis transformation has the power we need to infiltrate and destroy these parasitic realities.
The power to destroy a world.
No fair! I have no idea what everybody's talking about!
Luger, for the sake of this world, the true world, you must help us. He was the best of the best. Julius eliminated more than 100 fractured dimensions.
We believe it's very likely that former Director Kreznick has fled into one such dimension.
Find him and you'll kill 3 birds with 1 stone. That's a good lad. You're officially a DODA agent of Spirius.
One thing I still don't get. What's causing these fractured dimensions?
It's not a what, it's a who.
A great spirit of Canaan. Kronos.
The land of Canaan?
Another great spirit?
There is nothing to fear. We have in our possession the power needed to oppose him. Come to the underground training area, and I will show you how to wield it.
I have to admit, being an agent for the Spirius Corporation is kind of a big deal. But are you sure about this? Thought so. But if the CEO says you can handle it, that's a big thumbs up. I mean, my editor will barely let me take down a classified ad. This could be your big chance to make it big. Ugh, what reporter uses big twice in one sentence?
Bisley Bakor certainly lives up to his reputation.
He certainly makes an impression. He's like...
That's not far from the truth.
Bakor casts a heavy shadow over the world of Olympian politics. If he wanted to, he could probably topple the government or single-handedly start his own war.
I've been reading back issues of the paper, and it seemed like the Spurious Corporation was a driving force behind the Otherworld reactor plan. But as soon as the schism was destroyed, they immediately switched sides to back Marcia's moderate government.
I wonder what they hope to achieve with that change.
This doesn't sound like any king I've ever heard of.
Well, regardless, he's Luger's boss now. Let's just make sure we're the ones using him and not the other way around.
That makes sense. We can't accomplish much without him.
But be careful. I don't think that Bakor was lying, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't telling us everything either.
I agree.
Steel yourself, Agent. I wish we could ease into this, but time is of the essence. You'll have to train the hard way. Actual combat. Don't interfere. Show me what you're made of.
Something's wrong with Luger.
That's enough for now. Still no match for Julius, though.
So that's a Chromatus.
Where'd Luger learn that trick?
It's a family trait. He's one of Kreznick's descendants. See his watch? It's a Kreznick heirloom, passed down for generations. It's the key to the transformation. Though it would seem Julius has been using yours all this time.
That's not Luger's. It's my daddy's.
We're talking about Kreznick, the Genesis Sage, right? The one who wielded the Lance of Will?
The Sage Kreznick? Yes, I seem to recall that name from Rize Maxian legend.
So the tale is different here in Olympias?
If Kreznick wasn't a sage, what was he?
A wretched plaything for the spirits. They granted... No, they cursed the Kreznick line with the Chromatus. But Kreznick's curse is humanity's weapon. And you, Luger, will master it. I will contact you when we detect a new fractured dimension. Until then, rest up.
Look, Luger, I really hate to bring this up, but you've been neglecting your loan payments lately. Nobody likes a financial deadbeat.
So much for resting up.
Just a moment. I almost forgot to give you your world map. It's standard issue for all DODA agents. I'm sure it will come in handy in your pursuit of the former Director Kreznick.
A great spirit that lives in the land of Canaan. We gotta find this Chronos guy and ask him where Canaan is.
You're really obsessed with that place, aren't you?
What's wrong with that? I've got a one-track mind.
You do?
I know it means something good. Daddy used to say that Mommy had a one-track mind, too. He says I'd take after her.
Must have made for quite a marriage.
Did you say something?
No, not at all. Just that I, envy your old man.
Right?
You sure love your daddy.
I don't love him that much, but he really seems to like me. So, I've got to keep the promise I made to him, no matter what.
Vera from Spurious Corporation here. We've detected a new fractured dimension. As a dimensional agent, you've been assigned the task of eliminating it. This is your first mission, so please make sure that you're fully prepared. Then come to the Spurious building.
Think we'll find Glasses Guy there? Oh, or maybe the spirit that lives in the land of Canaan.
I told you, that's a company secret.
But my lips are sealed! You must know what happened to Julius, right?
Mr. Kreznick.
Luger, hey! Word around the water cooler is a certain someone just got hired as an agent. Congratulations! Like big bro, like little bro, right? I know how much you wanted the job.
Thanks.
Why's the lone lady here?
Just gossiping with my twin sis.
Oh, you do look alike.
Hey.
Nova, we've got work to do.
Yeah, I know. I should probably get back to bean counting. Oh, almost forgot. Let's all get together to celebrate your new job whenever you're free.
Can't believe he told us all about that fractured dimension stuff.
Obviously, he wants us to come along. We're already in it. If the fractured dimensions really are interfering with Spyrite technology and endangering this world, then there's no way I'm sitting out this fight. And that means we need your help.
Okay.
Very well. You may all assist Mr. Kreznick in this operation. However...
Everything must be kept in the strictest confidence, am I correct?
I'm glad we have an understanding. Now, allow me to commence the briefing.
Cool! Agent talk!
The object of each DODA operation is to infiltrate a fractured dimension and destroy its divergence catalyst. All fractured dimensions form around a catalyst. It could be an object, or perhaps an entity.
So, how do we find it then?
It's typically the object or entity that differs the most from its original nature in the prime dimension. You'll need to be cautious, particularly when the divergence catalyst attaches itself to a person. I've transmitted the coordinates of the target rift to your GHS. Use it to enter the fractured dimension.
I guess this explains that funny feeling we've all been having.
It's Triglav Central Station.
I suppose it would follow that this is the rift.
But are we really in a whole other world right now? It doesn't look any different to me.
We've confirmed your entry into the fractured dimension. Commence your search for the divergence catalyst. You can thank your chromatus for that. It maintains a link to the prime dimension.
We need to look for whatever seems most out of place in the dimension, right?
Correct. The catalyst should reveal itself when anyone with a chromatus approaches.
And if we destroy it, the world will disappear.
Exactly, but there's a catch. Only the wielder of a chromatus can destroy the catalyst.
Wait, really?
So the only one who can find and destroy these catalysts
is Luger.
Well, that kind of takes the fun out of it.
One last thing. So long as the Divergence catalyst exists, you cannot return to the Prime Dimension.
You never told us that! I guess there really is no turning back, huh?
So much for goofing off on the job.
The train to Oscorp will be departing from Platform 1 shortly. Again, the train to Oscorp will be departing from Platform 1.
The Oscorp train's still running?
Maybe in this alternate dimension, the hijacking never took place.
We cannot just blithely assume that. We have much to learn about this world.
It is fishy that Oscorp's still in one piece.
Let's investigate in 2 groups.
Okay, Jude and I will ask around town.
Luger, you handle Oscorp.
We're on it.
So it seems Luger's chromatus is the key to destroying these fractured dimensions.
And our job is to gather information and support Luger in combat.
Yes, we'll do everything we can to help. We're the wind beneath your wings!
You guys aren't scared of Luger's weird powers? Like, at all?
We have something of a knack for encountering weirdness.
The Lord of Spirits, dimensional breaches... Talking stuffed animals?
I bet Jude said pretty much the same thing, didn't he?
You called it. He did say that, didn't he?
Yeah.
But it still scares me to be destroying worlds.
Myself as well. The enormity of such a deed is almost more than I can grasp.
But we've been through too much to turn back now. Whatever the sin we have to bear.
What's a natural resource plant?
It's a factory that puts out veggies and stuff like that. Puts out weird vibes, too.
It's pretty standard for Olympias. Well, except for its size. None of the others are this big.
Well, if it isn't Alfred.
How the hell?
You'd address the heir of the Sven family like that? Or has your mind strayed to a time when you were still the legitimate heir?
Are you telling me you're the heir?
You know this guy?
Knew him, more like it.
It appears he has confused you with the Alvin of this world.
He looks like a bigwig to me. If you act all buddy-buddy with him, maybe he'll let us in.
They don't really have that kind of relationship.
Is it inappropriate? How come you even know that word?
Don't forget we're in a fractured dimension. It just might work.
Right. Forgive me, Uncle. I must have forgotten my place.
You are forgiven.
I was hoping you'd give my friends a tour of your amazing plant.
Why not? As you know, the great spirit Aska was thought to be nothing more than legend. That is until I found, captured, and bent it to my will. Aska's spirit power is more than sufficient to operate this facility in its entirety.
I've never even heard of that spirit before.
I have no doubt spirits will become a crucial resource in Olympias, the very key to its future.
Hey, my uncle's not the catalyst, is he? So, do you keep Aska down in the basement here, or what?
There is no basement. Aska's imprisoned in the central portion of the dome.
Well then... That was disrespectful, huh?
Alvin, was that really necessary?
Well, if he's not the Divergence catalyst, then I'd put my money on that Aska spirit being it. But it's not like he was gonna sit back and let us thwack it, right?
Indeed. And after all, we did come here.
To put this world out of commission. Isn't that right, Luger?
Look at the size of the tomatoes.
Want to see how many I can fit in my mouth?
Are you a good cook?
He's pretty good.
Really? I'd love to try your tomato omelet sometime.
Ah, but roasting a tomato retains its juices and is not to be underestimated.
Ugh, tomatoes are gross.
I'm with you. I draw the line at ketchup.
Your loss.
You two eat like 5-year-olds.
Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
I can't believe that Olympias has great spirits too.
In fossil or spirite form, sure, I could see that. But a physically manifested great spirit? Didn't see that coming.
I would imagine that its existence here is only due to this being a fractured dimension.
What kind of spirit is Asuka supposed to be?
It's said to be the great spirit that commands the power of light.
I hope its temperament is sunny too.
I've learned not to expect too much from the temperaments of great spirits. I've had a bad experience or two.
Tell me about it.
Rowan, are there many other great spirits?
Well, we've encountered the 4 great spirits of earth, water, fire, and wind, as well as the great spirits Celsius of ice and Volt of lightning. I've also read about Shadow, the great spirit of darkness, and Pluto, ruler of the underworld.
And don't forget Muse, and then Lord Maxwell, who rules over them all.
That's what most people believe. But some scholars believe there may be a great spirit even stronger than Maxwell.
Stronger than Maxwell? Do they mean Kronos?
I believe the possibility is high.
Well, let's hope we never run into that guy then.
It's so bright.
Is that Asuka? Ruga!
I got this.
I can't believe you'd sink this low, Alfred. You'd sabotage my life's work?
Hey, knock it off!
Such gall! No! Asuka!
Another fight with a great spirit, huh?
This is not what you wanted. Don't be ridiculous.
You could be a mod!
Let's rock!
Please provide support. Healing material. Well played. Well played. Well played. I'm in your team.
Don't you back out on me.
Well played. I'm in your debt.
Hang on! Hang on! No,
It would seem Aska wasn't the catalyst either.
What are you gonna do with Aska now?
Will you let it go?
But without Aska here to power it, they'll shut down the factory.
Uh-huh, and a lot of people depend on this place.
Scion of Kreznick. The land of Canaan. Do you yet seek it?
It can talk!
If you wish to live with us in harmony, as your ancestor did so many years ago, you must hasten your journey. It has been nearly 2 millennia, but time grows short. Origin cannot continue purifying souls much longer.
Origin?
The one and only Great Spirit of the Void.
The Great Spirit Origin, huh? Interesting. Can't say that name's come up before.
What are you babbling about? You fools! Do you have the slightest idea what you've done? Without Aska to power this plant, hundreds of thousands of people will starve to death. Why would you throw Olympias' future away on a whim like that?
Is there no limit to the arrogance your kind will exhibit? I understand now why Kronos feels the way he does.
What in the...
Swing and a miss. Don't ask. How about you?
Nothing.
But we did overhear a weird rumor. Someone saw a spirit in the wasteland beyond Helioborg. Said it looked like a woman with flowy hair.
Wait, that sounds like... It's near the dimensional breach. Let's check it out.
You all go on without me. I would like to give Gilland a proper burial.
I'll stay and help you.
What's the point? This world's gonna go poof soon anyway.
Because it's important. To you, in particular.
Yeah. Thank you. How are things looking in town?
The town and its residents both appear exactly as they do in our world. The only difference is that no one seems to be aware of Riza Maxia's existence.
But outside of that, everyone seems to be living the exact same lives. The same earth, the same ocean, the same sky. Luger, if you destroy this dimension, doesn't that mean...
We'd be killing millions of people.
Don't make it into such a big deal. This place isn't even supposed to exist. It fractured off our own dimension. We're just setting things right.
Yeah, but still...
If you let sentiment sway you, you'll never be able to get the job done.
Well, I guess you're more of an adult than I am.
You didn't need to provoke her like that.
I think I kinda did. Someone needs to be the bad guy, and I've had more practice than most. After all, it wouldn't be fair to let poor Luger take all the heat for this.
Thanks.
What's the matter with Jude?
It might be because of Mila.
Mila?
She's,
This is where the breach was before, right?
Did it vanish once the schism got dispersed?
You know, maybe it was never here at all. After all, Gilland was living here in Olympias. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right. The schism is still here. The dimensional breach never opened. So,
Olympias and Riza Maxia are still divided in this dimension.
You're all making no sense to me.
That means Maxwell must still be around. Is that the spirit with the long hair?
If the other worlds are like this, then the sacred land should remain safe.
The sacred land? Wait, is that the land of Canaan?
The Scion of Kreznick, huh? Must you keep insisting on crossing dimensions in search of the key?
So, what's your story?
I am the guardian of the land of Canaan. I am the great spirit Kronos. I'll hurl you into the abyss between dimensions, like I did with the new Maxwell, who sided with the humans.
Maxwell! What are you saying? Explain yourself!
Hey!
You don't need to know.
Then I'll beat an answer out of you.
Guardian Field! I'll help! Energize!
This isn't good.
A lot of trash talk for a weakling.
Hey, watch out! I'll help! Hey, watch out! Birthday!
All right.
Birthday! Let's go! Energize!
This isn't good.
I told you not to overdo it! You could be a mine! Birthday! Energize!
Looking good.
This is our chance to win! Birthday!
Psychic restoration!
What the heck?
Sorry about that.
Power swing!
A lot of trash talk for a weakling. I'm here for you. Wide open. No brakes. Got him. And boom!
Sorry.
Healer! Really?
Let's end this. You're kidding me.
Slash it!
point too much. Everyone all right?
You have soiled me.
He doesn't even have a scratch.
None at all.
Julius?
The Seeker.
The watch. Give it to me.
Booger! Time to ditch this party.
Don't forget Rogan!
Seems luck was on your side.
Wait, this is Riza Maxia.
Guess the breach must have opened again.
Where are the others?
Don't worry about Elle. Alvin was with her. I'm sure they landed somewhere around here.
Yeah, you're right.
Our buddy Alvin can be dependable when he wants to be.
Don't be so harsh, Tipo.
I'm sure she's fine.
Oh, I'm not worried. There's a village called Nia Kara at the bottom of this hill. Maybe we'll find out something about the others there.
They don't look normal. Ugh, what a pain. Chromatus, any time now. Wait, you can't transform? Lousy time to get stage fright.
Hey, snap out of it! Ha!
This place is very sacred to us, you know. Outsiders aren't welcome.
Wait!
That was the version of Mila from this dimension, right? Let's push on to Nia Kara.
Yeah, okay.
But we've got a problem! Isn't Luger our ticket home to the Prime Dimension? If he can't transform anymore, then we're stuck.
We have to find them, you guys. They're probably all lonely and scared. Luger! Hey, you big dummy, don't make me worry like that.
Looks like everybody's okay.
DODA here. After analyzing the coordinate deviation of the fractured dimension, we've determined there's a high probability it contains a waymarker. If a waymarker is found, its retrieval will become your top priority.
We risked it all, but it seems things worked out.
What's a waymarker?
They're clues to Kanan's location, all hidden in deeply fractured dimensions. They're always fused with catalysts.
Leave the rest to me. I'm taking that pocket watch.
Luger has been worried sick about you this entire time, Julius. He's public enemy #1. He had to sign on with Spurious.
That true? I'm sorry. You leave Spurious to me, Luger, you understand? You don't have to worry about a thing.
This is my daddy's watch.
Hand it over.
I told you it's my daddy's.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Luger's watch and Daddy's watch got mashed into a single one.
Is she the one?
Would you mind taking your family drama elsewhere? You humans are giving me a headache.
It's Mila!
Wait, do I know you? I'd remember such a motley crew. You hungry, fat cat? I'll bet you're always hungry. Come on.
Rolo, wait up!
We should follow them, Luger. She might be the catalyst.
After you, big bro.
I don't need a minder.
Yeah, well, you're getting one all the same. You just tried to attack Al for crying out loud. So now you have the honor of my constant supervision.
I feel so trusted.
How come you're so late?
Hey, it's not our fault you're a speed demon, kiddo.
I'm sorry.
Fancy-looking feast you have there, Rolo.
Mila made it for us. It's super tasty. Right? Mila's really into cooking, but she says no one in the village will eat her food. I wonder how come.
What do you people think you're doing in my home?
Hey! The soup wasn't gross at all. Thank you.
Well, you must be eating some pretty terrible stuff if you thought my cooking was good.
I eat great stuff. My daddy makes all my food for me, and he's a super-duper good cook. He'll spend hours and hours making a special soup. He's the best cook ever. Yeah.
If it's that good, maybe I'll ask him for the recipe.
I can ask him for you. You know, 'cause you fed me and all.
I'd like that. Oh, welcome back.
Ew. You've been concocting that putrid human food again, haven't you?
I'm sorry, Muse. These people were hungry. I couldn't just...
You know full well how much that smell bothers me.
What's going on with her eyes?
Forgive me, Muse.
What are you doing?
What in the world?
What's wrong?
Muse, what was that?
Quit your stammering! Anyway, it's time for me to be going.
Yes, Muse.
Mila.
You're done here, aren't you? You'd best leave before we return.
Was that the catalyst reacting to Luger, perhaps?
You mean to tell me Muse is the catalyst?
Yes, for a certainty.
If we kill Muse, this world will disappear.
I wonder where those two were going.
I bet the villagers would know.
Let's split up and ask them.
Please take care of Jude. I don't want him involved in this.
I understand. he is in good hands. Jude, Elise, why don't you join me?
So, are you Rolo's owner, or is it Glasses Guy here? I knew it. He seems to like Luger best.
That's not true. He only hovers around Luger like that because he's the one who makes his food.
What?
Rolo is smart enough to understand that his true owner is the one who pays for that food. But of course, the devotion he feels towards me runs far deeper than his food bowl. Isn't that right, Rolo?
Give it to me straight, Rolo. Who do you like best? He says he likes me best.
What?
Rolo, how could you? What happened with your job at the station? I see. So you entered this dimension deliberately. You're an agent of Bakur's, or rather, of the Spurious Corporation. I see. I've always strived to be a brother you could be proud of. Now that seems to have backfired spectacularly. Luger, everything has a dark side. That includes the Spurious Corporation. And it includes me. You don't need to explore our dark side. In fact, you need to stay the hell out of it. Luger. Rolo. You're right. I shouldn't treat him like a child. But I'm his big brother. I can't help it. Sorry. You don't need to hear my grumbling. Thanks, Rolo. You might be more mature than I am.
There's Mila!
I thought I told you to leave.
Oh, shoot! I forgot to tell the paper I was going undercover.
Mila!
What are you doing?
She's holding a Spyrex. It's our mission to destroy Spyrex technology, along with anybody who uses it.
We've really riled her up. So now what? Luger, don't! I'm the smooth talker. Leave it to me.
You'd lie to a friend?
Don't forget, she's going to disappear soon anyway. Hey, listen to me. There's something wrong with your sister. You know that, don't you?
With Muse? That's preposterous. Yes, but that's my fault. She lost her sight because of me. The catalyst.
You saw it too, right? That thing glowing in her body? There's no way you could have missed it.
That light!
That's a divergence catalyst. It possesses people and warps reality.
It's a bad thing, and we have to get rid of it.
An object that warps reality. It's just like a Spyrex.
The two of you used to be inseparable, weren't you? Is she really the type of person who would smack her own sister like that?
Never! Muse was always so kind. She lost her sight, trying to protect me. The sister I remember was a different person.
Good thing Luger here has the power to smoke out catalysts and destroy them.
Is that the power of the spirits? If this catalyst is destroyed, will Muse go back to normal? Fine. I'll help you until the catalyst is destroyed. After which you leave this place and never return. My sister relies on sound and smell to get around. Eliminate those, and she's dead in the water.
You sure about this?
Come, she should be at the top of the Nia Kara Holomont.
Can you do this?
Stop giving the kids so much grief, Julius. Sometimes, you need to get your hands dirty.
Don't I know it? That's what worries me.
It sure is great to be working with you, Mila.
There's nothing great about it. I'll cooperate, but that doesn't make us friends.
Mila's sister is horrible. She's scary, and she's so mean to Mila.
Well, the Prime Dimension Muse is a bit different from the one here.
I can't believe Fractured Muse is somehow even worse than Prime Muse.
Fractured? Prime?
Enough already! What do any of you know about my sister?
Oh, I didn't... I'm sorry.
In this dimension, it's Mila who seems to be dependent on Muse.
How can you like her after what she said about your cooking? If I said something like that, my daddy would get really angry, and I bet he wouldn't like me anymore. So I'd never say something like that.
It's more complicated than that.
Even though you're siblings?
It's complicated because we're siblings.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's complicated because we're siblings. Is that how I sound?
Over there.
Please, I've carried out my mission beyond your expectations. May I finally return to the spirit realm now?
Every night, my sister mutters things like this to herself.
Is she talking to your daddy?
I don't know. She refuses to tell me. Listen, I'll distract her, but it won't work for long. Hey!
What did I say about wandering beyond the shrine?
But I was worried about you. What are you doing here, Muse?
None of your business.
Why would you say that to me? You used to tell me everything.
I have nothing more to say to you, Mila. Now go home.
Tell me why. Tell me the reason you've been acting like this! What? Luger, now!
Mila, you made your sister very angry!
What they told me was true! You monster!
How dare you call me that, human?
Mila!
Ow!
Look out! Damn it!
What happened to Mila's sister?
No! Muse!
Let's rock! Tiger Blade! Tiger Blade! And close! Officially Tiger Blade! Variable trigger!
Nowhere to run! Nowhere to run! Be gone! Be gone! Nowhere to run! Give up!
Wait, what in the hell just happened?
Sorry! Luga, this one's up! Not yet! Energize! Windblade! Energize!
Let's rock!
Windblade! Stun blast! Energize! Give up!
Tiger Blade!
I'll tear you apart!
Tiger Blade!
Energize! First aid! You both got this! How dare you!
Stay down. You're hurt.
I don't need your pity, you putrid, pathetic, pitiful human! Just die! Die! Die!
Don't you dare interfere!
What? You made me do this.
No human can harm me.
I'm not any human. I'm your sister.
You say...
We're back.
So, the fractured dimension is kaput?
Is that the waymarker to Canaan?
Yeah.
What just happened?
What the hell's that Mila doing in our dimension?
I knew it.
What happened to Muse? Someone tell me what's going on already! Huh? Then where are we right now?
Our world. It's different from yours.
Quit talking nonsense! What about my sister? She's back to normal now, isn't she?
I'm afraid the muse you knew is gone.
Along with the rest of your world.
Well, I do know one thing. You lied to me, damn it!
Quit it! Luger was just doing his job!
His job? What sort of job involves destroying an entire world?
Well, his.
Don't. It's a Spyrix.
Luger, are you okay? I guess you destroyed the catalyst, right?
So you all made it back, too?
Yeah, we're fine. At least and Rowan are with me.
Mission accomplished, guys. Let's regroup.
Yeah.
Come on.
Thank goodness.
We took returning to the Prime Dimension as a sign of your victory.
How in the world? Unbelievable.
Don't be too hard on Luger. He had to take out Muse. That's all there was to it.
What's the meaning of this?
Just admit it, Luger. You don't have the stomach for this job.
Very interesting. So that's how you made your new friend there. What a fascinating tale.
They were waiting for us.
Mr. Rideau, what are you doing here?
An odd question for your new Department of Dimensional Affairs Director. Well done, former Director Kreznick. Recovering the Waymarker must have been quite an ordeal.
No more so than speaking with you.
Lady Mila. Don't get yourself all worked up. She's not your Mila, you know.
Damn it, she's
Watch
still
your
Mila.
mouth. I know that's not really her. Welcome to the real world, kid. Ah, Julius. You remember what it's like to crush the dreams of the young and foolish, don't you? Drop it. For example, the time you rigged poor Luger's entrance exam so that he couldn't possibly pass.
That's not...
Heed me, Luger. As director, I have new orders for you. Defeat Julius, recover the Waymarker, and give it to me.
Please, you have to trust me.
Oh, brother. Literally. Are you kidding me? Isn't one rogue Kreznick annoying enough? Fine. The employee handbook is quite clear about punishment for insubordination.
We'll help!
No way. This is their fight. Set the pot to the kettle.
Shut up!
Link to the max! Link you're dead!
Now it's on!
Just keep them away right on point!
Spartan relay!
I'll heal you! Energize!
brothers, no doubt about it. Look at the way you both vex me. Stop it, Rideau! Are you his brother or his mommy?
Luger!
Last chance, Agent. Retrieve the waymarker and return to headquarters now. Smart move. You get to live. I'm so sorry.
Luger.
You're coming with us.
Excellent work, Luger. You've gone above and beyond the call of duty. You must be proud of your talented brother.
That's enough. Don't go praising him for this.
You got that right. Doing a good job meant destroying my world.
They told me about you. What was your name again?
Mila, the former Maxwell.
You're serious?
Pretty skeptical for a destroyer of worlds.
Not because we want to. We do it to protect the Prime Dimension. Also, we do it to reach the land of Canaan.
Canaan, the throne of the Great Spirit of the Void, Origin, guarded by Kronos.
You were serious about the Maxwell thing. I can see that now.
Just something I heard from my sister.
Then your sister is a very well-informed woman. Legend has it, Origin will grant the wish of the first human who comes before him to plead their case.
Beasley!
That was the pact made eons ago between humanity and spirits. The three primordial spirits.
The three were Maxwell, Kronos, and the Great Spirit of the Void, Origin.
The pact came to be known as Origin's Trial.
Present yourself to the Spirit of the Void, and any wish may be granted.
More so than rifts to other dimensions and hereditary powers?
Why did they agree to such a pact?
To test us. To test our strength, our will, our ambition. Or so some believe. Perhaps they just find enjoyment in watching humanity struggle and suffer.
The Great Spirits wouldn't do that.
No, they bear no love for us.
She was an essential cog in my machine.
He may be right. The Scions of Kreznick have waged war amongst themselves for centuries, each one hoping to reach Canaan first. At times, father against son.
And occasionally, brother against brother.
Somebody get to the point already!
Ditto that, guys. I mean, we have the waymarker after all. Let's just hightail it to Canaan.
Would that it were that simple, but alas, it's not.
A single waymarker won't get you to the land of Canaan. You'll need 5 in all. This is but the first. Maxwell's Temporal Blade.
The others are the Longdow's Dust, the Seafall Phantom's Eye, the Arc Sentinel's Heart, and... the final one is still a mystery.
Unfortunately, all of these items have fallen through the proverbial cracks in the Prime Dimension.
So we find them in the fractured ones, is that it?
Precisely. If a waymarker exists in a fractured dimension, it would have to be the entity that differs the most from its original nature in this one.
In other words, the waymarkers will always be divergence catalysts. And bringing the lost waymarkers back into the Prime Dimension is the real mission of the agents.
Not everyone is suited for a mission of this nature. An agent must have a very specific power to carry matter from a fractured dimension into the Prime one.
Here at Spirius, we have a title for those who possess that ability. They are the Keys of Kreznick.
And by they, we mean you, Luger. Yes, same power that my agents have scoured the fractured dimensions to locate.
So why is Spirius trying to get to Canaan? What's your wish?
We will ask the Great Spirit Origin to nullify the existence of the fractured dimensions. Their numbers increase. We are no longer able to deal with them one by one.
Someone's hungry.
I can't help if my tummy's rumbly.
I'll arrange for refreshments.
Why don't you just have Luger whip us up something?
Oh? Are you suggesting that Luger's a good cook?
I guess he's okay. Mila too.
Well, someone had better feed this scrappy little thing before she passes out from hunger. Luger, I have no doubt you will reach the land of Canaan.
Don't talk to your boss like that, you big meanie.
I didn't know your finances were such that you can pay off your loan already.
I'll worry about the loan. Just let him go.
Julius, you are no longer fit to serve as Luger's replacement.
Get it through your thick skull already. You don't have the luxury to say no.
Are you sure you're okay with having company right now?
I'll take the special.
You don't know what it is yet.
If it's the special, it's special.
You're in a good mood, huh, Elle?
Of course! Now we know how to get to the land of Canaan.
By destroying other worlds?
It is what it is, sorry.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Hey.
So what? You agree with her?
Well...
Ooh, Mom, okay! Is it spicy? We'll tell you how to make it L-style, smarty pants. Anyway, let's dig in. This is L-style.
Even to cook you depend on Spyrex.
Mila, about what you said before. The land of Canaan is where the Great Spirit Origin is, right? And he purifies our souls and subjects them to reincarnation?
Like I said, that's just what my sister told me.
It has been nearly 2 millennia, but time grows short. Origin cannot continue purifying souls much longer.
When the Spyrite Vault went haywire, it said something about soul contamination.
Error, error, soul contamination spreading.
Spyrite?
Jude here is a Spyrite genius.
If I can perfect Spyrite technology, we won't need Spyrex anymore.
A world without Spyrex.
Maybe our trouble with Spyrites is linked to the soul purification process. Even if it's not, if Canaan is so important that it will change the course of history, then it's somewhere I have to go. Mila!
You're coming with us, right? You and me and Jude and everybody.
I'll tag along for a while. Long enough to confirm my world's fate, and not a moment more.
Sorry, Luger. I guess they didn't like the special. Hey, a little help? What's the holdup? Don't forget, you need me. You know, the key thingy? That special power of yours is neat and all, but it needs me around, doesn't it? I'm not trying to be mean, but it's worthless without me, right? Aha! You need my help, no ifs or buts. So, maybe you could come with me to Canaan. You're giving it back? Oh, I get it. It doesn't matter which one of us carries it, because we're a team now. Give me your pinky, okay? It's important. Daddy told me a promise isn't really a promise unless you pinky swear on it. You gotta promise me we're going to the land of Canaan together.
Okay.
You better.
A world with no schism. And when humans use Spyrex, spirits don't die.
That's because Mila left us a whole bunch of mana.
Of course, we still have plenty of problems.
But it's a whole lot better than being at war.
Are you sure about that? What guarantee do you have that this world will be better off than it was with the schism?
Well...
See? Not that I trust any guarantees coming from someone like you.
La 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 la. I'm going to Canaan. I'm going to Canaan.
Well, aren't we in a good mood for no reason?
Bzz, wrong. I have plenty of reasons.
So what are they then?
Sorry, that's on a need-to-know basis. Isn't that right, Luger?
What's going on? Did something happen?
Luger, why did you tell her?
So in other words, you've agreed to destroy more worlds.
Hey, don't get mad at him. We're doing all this together. No matter how hard the road is, we'll travel it together.
You sound like you're making marital vows.
And you sound like you're jealous.
Huh? What do I have to be jealous about? What are you laughing about? Ow! You two really are annoying. Tipo sure is made of strange material.
What are you doing?
It's soft to the touch, but what exactly is it?
Don't look at that part!
Hey, cut that out! Tipo has certain secrets he wants to protect.
What kind of secrets?
You know, various kinds.
It wouldn't kill you to tell me some of them, you know.
Listen, Mila, Tipo is shy about his body.
The contents of half my body are highly classified. If it were to get out, we'd all be doomed.
You don't really understand him yourself, do you?
That's not true.
If you're so nosy, then why don't you tell us all what you're made of?
Me? I'm made of kindness and rainbows. Oh, come on! Nothing? Not even a smile? Now this is just embarrassing. Thanks for nothing.
Huh. This trip has been totally devoid of any romance.
Oh, Lady Elise has reached an age where she suddenly cares about such things.
Shut up, Alvin! You don't need to join in.
Go easy on him. Alvin has reached an age where he's suddenly desperate to fit in with us younger types.
It's only natural when you get older.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe they're right.
What? I'm still young and spry. Luger, say something to the insolent womenfolk. In 10 years, I'm gonna remind you about this day. And we'll see just how clever you think it is then. Ah, Rollo. Only you and I understand the pain of male adulthood.
Luger, do you know why Marksburg was built? Correct. Although it was meant to do more than just physically link the two nations. This city serves as a figurative bridge as well, linking cultures and ideologies. You could say that Marksburg is the beginning of a new era of international relations.
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Just some recent history.
Can I join in? I don't want to mess up the next pop quiz.
Of course you can, Elise. You're my star pupil after all. Oh, I wouldn't presume to call myself that. I'm simply trying to ensure the young miss doesn't fall behind.
Rowan is always giving us pop quizzes.
What's our next quiz question, Mr. Ilbert?
I bet it's about recent Olympia's history.
Fine, then. Here's your question. Who uttered the famous quote that begins with, "May joys from afar beget joys close to the hearth"? It's a saying that has made a deep impression on me.
DODA here. We've detected a new fractured dimension. The rift is in Marksburg. Please check the coordinates.
More work, perhaps?
Can you handle this yourself?
The relationship between the nations would be the least of our concerns if we ignored the fractured dimensions.
I couldn't study anymore either.
Very well then. Luger, we will be accompanying you.
We'll show him what Rhizamaxians are made of. Hey, how'd you like it if I tugged your head?
It doesn't hurt. You're just her talking dummy.
I am not a dummy! Dummy!
The first order of business is tracking down the Divergence catalyst.
Let's go!
You're a shoo-in to win the election, Chancellor Marcia.
You got our votes! Thank you.
Hey, I recognize her.
Chancellor Marcia of Olympias.
Hey, it's not every day you get to see a Chancellor.
She seems to be a politician in this dimension as well.
It's an honor to meet you, Chancellor. Please, I insist you accept these Olympian treats.
I am most grateful for the sentiment, but I'm afraid I can't.
Oh, I insist, Chancellor. Nothing like some good food to keep your mind sharp. Let's show those Rhizamaxians what we're made of.
Hear, hear! It's time to let them know who's really on top!
I hate this kind of stuff. Why can't we all just get along?
Things aren't that simple, especially when you're dealing with entire nations of people. I wonder how she'll handle this.
In that case, you would honor me by enjoying such fine produce with your own family.
Are you sure?
Thank you for your support, but it is not just Olympias that must prosper. I seek widespread joy for all.
Joys begat from misfortunes afar bring the brittlest of blessings. Widespread joy is a greater joy for all.
Oh.
May joys from afar beget joys close to the hearth, and carry those joys far afield. For the act of spreading joy is the greatest joy of all.
What?
Oh, It just came to me who said that. It was Bradbury, the famous Olympian philosopher. I'm right, right?
Correct. Very well done, Elise.
You don't find Bradbury to be too much of a bleeding heart?
Oh, very much so. But maintaining compassion in a harsh world may be the ultimate test of fortitude. Incidentally, the Science of Happiness is my favorite of Bradbury's works.
Ah, yes. The source of that quote.
Wow.
What's that, Sonny? How'd your fill of philosophical debate today?
What a cute kitty!
He's my dearest friend. Come, Sonny. Let's go home.
It was an honor to speak with you.
Luger, did you see that?
Apparently, Chancellor Marcia's dearest friend is the divergence catalyst in this dimension.
After that kitty!
They may be bound for a train. Let's follow them to the station.
Rowan, your conversation was really interesting back there.
The Science of Joy is my favorite of Bradbury's works.
That's only the merest hint of how many levels a geezer like me operates on. Nor should you, my dear Luger. But still, you mustn't praise me so. It makes my beard itch.
You're amazing, Rowan. How can you be so wise and so handsome?
And what a stylish dresser, but with an air of mystery.
Oh, please, come now. That's quite enough.
You're so witty.
That's just one more thing we love about you.
Does it make you proud of yourselves to pick on a defenseless old man?
And after he heard my paraphrasing, he followed up with the exact Bradbury quote.
Huh. How perceptive of him.
It stopped me dead in my tracks. His eyes were so wise. Yet I couldn't help but notice he had an air of loneliness about him, too.
Why, Marcia, I don't recall you ever gushing this much about another human. I always knew I could never be enough for you.
Oh, rubbish. Don't talk like that. I can't rely on others. People are so selfish. That's why I'm so glad I have you.
Nevertheless.
Anyhow, I have to go. Your outline is just perfect for my next speech. As always, I can't thank you enough for your counsel.
Thank you, and good luck.
It's Chancellor Marcia's cat.
So this is the Divergence catalyst. The thought troubles me as well, and I'm not even a cat person. Nevertheless...
You people lost or something?
What?
No way!
You've been eavesdropping on us, haven't you?
How is this possible?
Wait just a minute.
How come you can talk?
An ironic question coming from a toy, don't you think? You, of all things, should know the answer.
Huh? Be careful, everyone.
Ah, now I see. So you've come to kill me. I'm afraid that's not going to happen.
What just happened?
Watch out, everyone! It's stealing Luger's style!
Smoke as well.
Now it stole my style!
Well played. I am in your clean. Healing to you. We're in this together. Well played. Not yet. unfortunate side effect.
Sorry.
You could be a mine. All together now.
I won't lose.
Provide support.
Mine collapse. Second restoration. Well, not yet.
Predicament.
Don't lose, guys.
Throw it.
I am in your trouble.
Healer.
Not ready.
I'm sorry, Marcia. This is for the best. I see. Yes. So you must be the human gentleman that Marcia spoke of. Please, I ask of you, when I'm gone, promise that you'll be there for her. Please do this for me.
Hey, what did that cat mean when he said Elise should know how he could talk?
Perhaps the cat experienced some sort of enhanced cognitive capacity. This sort of thing can happen during booster experiments on animals, for example.
For real?
A booster could do that?
Maybe Rolo can talk.
I'm more concerned about something else he said.
The cat asked Rowan to look after Chancellor Marcia.
He was referring to the Marcia of the fractured dimension, of course. Still, it is quite possible the Marcia of our dimension is in a similar situation.
True. The prime dimension and fractured dimensions are usually kinda similar.
If the prime Marcia feels the same as her fracture counterpart, then her dream for the future seems quite similar to ours.
That would be great news!
Yeah.
Perhaps this knowledge will grant us the opportunity to open a dialogue with her. If there's one thing that we old fogies excel at, it's talking. Until Marksburg can fulfill every facet of its purpose as a bridge between the two realms, this old fogey will still have work to do.